90.3
9.3
WMSC.
WMSC.
Upper
Montclair.
Montclair. That is what you are tuned into. Or perhaps you're watching us on other platforms. But wherever you are, if you're listening to two voices right now,
What?
it's because you're listening to The Diary Room. The Diary Room. The Diary Room WMSC. That's right. We are back, baby, for season 3 of The Diary Room WMSC. I am but one of your hosts locked upon this diary room. I am Emily Emol McCormack, joined by my lovely co-host.
Hello, my name is Chris. Just Chris, always Chris, still Chris. Gonna be Chris for the 3rd year in a row.
Woo!
We're ready to talk of this some Big Brother. This is the Big Brother talk show. We talk about only Big Brother here.
Mm-hmm.
Do we need to introduce Big Brother because this is a new season?
I suppose.
Because we're so back.
Because we're so back. Well, if you are back with us, thank you. Thank you for tuning in again.
Yes.
But if this is your first time tuning in, watching us, you're like, what is happening? What is going on? We're going to let you know. So we are the Diary Room WMSC. We are a Big Brother commentary show. Big Brother being the reality TV competition show. And it's silly and it's weird. And these strangers get in this house and they stay there forever. And they get rid of people and they play games and it's brutal and sometimes they smooch and sometimes they don't. And at the very end of this, somebody wins a lot of money. And you know what we do? We watch it all because we are freaks and weirdos and we love the show. Big Brother is returning for its 28th season this year. In the US, It started in the year 2000. We celebrated year 25 last year. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And here at the Diary Room.
And we're going to hit another milestone this season.
We are.
But we can't talk about that just yet. We're going to get to it.
And our milestone is this is year 3 of the Diary Room on 90.3 WMSC, Montclair State's radio station, of which I am alumni. And of which Chris still attends.
I'm still here.
Still kicking. And I am from the beyond. Returning to talk about...
I'm the link between past and future.
Yes. And that's what's going on. And we have so much fun here. I'm so excited to be back. Ever since when I started at Montclair, I was like, ooh, it would be so cool to have a Big Brother show, but maybe this is too niche. And then years ago, we were at the radio station and one of us mentioned Big Brother.
I'll never forget it. I'll never forget the night we stayed in the office for 3 hours talking about Big Brother.
3 hours just yapping.
It might have been more than that, honestly. I just remember 3 hours, but I don't even know.
And so here luckily for you, you have 2 hours of us every week. And sometimes it's very difficult to stay within just those 2 hours because we're yappers and we got a lot going on in Big Brother. So we're gonna jump into some more information about what we have ahead this season, Big Brother 28. Well, the first thing that we know is the season will officially kick off on Thursday, July 9th. There's going to be a 90-minute premiere episode, which I'm very, very happy about because I don't know how we keep any of these episodes to just an hour. So we're going to have 90 minutes, hopefully lots of information, though I have no doubt we'll be left on some sort of cliffhanger after that. We also have confirmation that the Big Brother companion show, Big Brother Unlocked, will return again this year. Full disclosure, we barely talk about this show on the Diary Room.
Well, what is there to talk about? Because it's basically the same thing that we're doing.
Yeah, but a bit more scripted.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that means we're better. Sorry, guys.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
But BB Unlock will return on Fridays. If something significant happens, perchance we will speak upon it.
We did last year.
Apparently, there's going to be some kind of America involvement? Question mark. We're waiting to see more information on that. So have no fear. We'll still watch. We'll return with info if we deem necessary and exciting. But one thing that we do know is that Taylor and Derek will be returning to host that show with the addition of actor Jerry O'Connell, which I have to say I very much enjoy. He was the only guest host in all these years of Big Brother when Julie Chen Moonves had COVID and my beloved Quinn was evicted from the house in BB26, interviewed by Jerry O'Connell. Shout out H of H.
Wow.
That's what we know about Fridays. We also know that Sunday will be a 90-minute episode as well. So we are going to be so back. That is tonight, the 12th, if you're listening on Sunday. So we have lots of BB in store. Hopefully by the time you're listening to this, we also have live feeds to be continued. And before we talked about milestones, right? The 1,000th episode of Big Brother will be on this
We
summer.
made it.
1,000 episodes.
I wonder how many of those I've seen. Because I haven't even seen
A whole
like...
bunch. Or I guess not.
Yeah, I mean, maybe close to half.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, like, considering, I'd say 16. I've probably seen every season since 16. You started before 16, right? Or were you
Yeah.
16?
So I think the funny thing is I spent a lot of when Big Brother is off, like watching a lot of Big Brother stuff because I'm a loser and I will admit it. But there's like some YouTubers that do recaps and I realize I do remember as far back as like season 12.
Yeah.
But I think I really actually locked in around 16 as well. And I could start pulling information from then. So I feel like I've seen a lot of the episodes, but the ones I've been locked in for, I don't really know. But also in my defense, I was baby.
Exactly.
The
It
show
just matters
started a
that
year
we've
before I was
consumed
born.
them.
This is true. We've consumed the information. We don't know exactly when episode 1000 is going to be, but the BB27 finale last year was episode 975. So we are just 25 episodes away from the 1000th episode. If you sit there and count on a calendar, I'm sure we could figure it out. But hopefully they acknowledge it. They do something cute, or it's not just some random veto.
Maybe it'll be a huge twist.
You never know.
Because, I mean, well, we're going to get into the theme, but I feel like it, like, the amount of episodes and, like, the theme kind of go hand in hand. So maybe we can see something cool out of it. Especially, I mean, what? If 25 episodes, give or take 3 per week, means we'll have about not that many people left in the house.
Yeah.
So it might be prime time.
We'll see.
I guess we'll find out. I'm just wishing. This
Yeah.
is wishful thinking.
I feel like we're on the same page. We'll dive into that for sure.
Yeah.
Mentioned live feeds before. Live feeds will be returning to Paramount Plus, which also reminds me that they announced within the last couple months that BB Canada is returning. I think this is relevant because its downfall was them removing the live feeds. Somebody recently, I believe, asked Julie, like, would they ever remove it? She's like, this show is not the show without the live feeds. So thank you, Julie Chen. We will be having those live feeds again. And like we said before, there's speculation, or no, I think we didn't actually say that we're not quite sure when we're going to get the house guest reveal, but the online speculation is that they will be revealed Tuesday, July 7th. So we will be on the lookout for that because we have house guests to draft, house guests to look into, and if it's anything like last year, the internet will do a deep dive on all their social media within 30 seconds of the house guests being revealed. We will have draft. We will have some online draft opportunities as well. If you want to connect with us on the socials at thediaryroom.wmsc, where, by the way, between the two of us, this is season 3, Chris and I are tied for our draft wins. So
We are.
And at the end of the season, we simply cannot be tied anymore. That's just how math works. So let me know in the comments below who you're rooting for. Just kidding. This is the airwaves. And so that's kind of the information that we have on season 28. And now
Now it's time.
it's time for the thing that brought us together this week, why we're starting our episodes before the premiere, because we have this really fun house reveal that we get to dive into.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna remember how technology works. And I'm gonna share my screen.
What?
Woo! Can you view upon it?
Yes.
This is glorious. All right, now we are about to dive into Big Brother Time Trip. That is the official name of the season this year. We finally have the theme after months of question marks and speculation and people reading far too deep into some photos from months ago of Julie Chen playing pool, and everyone thought, oh, it's a casino theme. No,
No.
is not. And so we're going to go into the time theme. Also going to acknowledge that in the diary room, we have our hotel mystery background from last season, that this time last year I was like, oh, we're going to get stuck with it, but it's fine. I'll live with it. So we do not yet know what the diary room looks like this year, but we do have a bit of insight into what the rest of the house looks like. And so we're going to go through a lot of photos and kind of information. And I mostly looked at an article from Parade. And if you're watching us on a visual platform, these images are from CBS and others. And so we're going to dive into it. I'm going to read. I'm going to read some of this. I'm just going to read right into some of this. Welcome to Big Brother Time Trip. Host Julie Chen Moonves teases a journey through unforgettable moments from Big Brother history as CBS opens the door to new past and future inspired house. Host Julie Chen Moonves elaborated on the theme in a video released by CBS, saying, quote, for season 28, we're throwing out all the rules of time and space and sending our house guests on a journey unlike anything you've ever seen before. From prehistoric times to iconic decades and unforgettable moments from Big Brother history, this house is packed with surprise around every single corner. Ooh. Ooh. And so we have this little video that we're going to gaze upon thanks to Mike Bloom and Sharon Tharp and RHAP. And it gives a little overview of the rooms because, fun fact, we do not have photos from every room in the house. They're trying to keep something secret, but we work harder. And for some reason, they had a lot of online influencers in the house the other day, which was really strange for me to watch, just everyday people not on the show, chilling in the house, and why was it not me? So now I'm gonna go to this clip.
Fly us out.
And we're gonna look at this first neon sign right as you walk into the house to the BB time trip. So, commentating on this video, they do a little slow-mo on as we walk into the house. And we go into the living room. And we have really tall ceilings, really tall windows, and artifacts from who knows when. And this jukebox that's not in a single photo. And then we see the camera operator in the in the window of the bathroom. And then we have some of the bedrooms. I'm going to talk about those bunk beds. And the bathroom that I also want to talk about, the carpet design. And the table in the dining room that looks like a clock kind of thing. This one bedroom that I can't wait to talk about what's going on the sign up there. And then there's like that, I don't even know what you call this room, like the hangout spot near the bathroom. and
Yeah.
it has
Oh,
lockers.
it has a storage room.
Yeah.
I think that's what they call it.
Okay.
Um, Something like that. But
Well, so we just
oh,
watched
the
a little
iconic.
overview of it. Do you want to dive into the photos?
Yeah,
We could
let's
take.
do it.
We'll take a we're
So
gonna
much.
dissect these things now.
Yeah.
So the first thing that we have up is the
Okay, I can see.
time-bending entryway, described as house guests are greeted by a striking faux neon sign and a dizzying array of clocks, immediately setting the tone. Time is fractured, unpredictable, and constantly in motion. Then we got this really sassy photo of Julie Chen Moonves chilling in the entryway of the house. Um,
Sure.
any immediate thoughts, Chris?
Oh, Julie, how iconic you are,
Yep,
as
yep, yep,
always, of course.
yep.
Um, I'm I'm very interested on how we're going to utilize time because I mean, obviously we're doing like they're probably gonna have themes of like dinosaur competition and like a future competition. But like, what are we doing with time specifically that is going to interact with how the game is played? Because it's such, I feel like you can get pretty creative with it. And I hope that it's not just like, oh, we're going back in time a week. The last person who just got evicted is back in
Hmm.
the house.
Which is exactly what's gonna happen.
That's definitely gonna happen.
Hmm.
Start it, sign it.
Yeah.
I probably just predicted one of the twists, but I mean, there's a lot of interesting ways I'm sure you can think up, and I trust CBS and the producers to do their due diligence because it's a million things you can do with time because there's a million more pieces, time, seconds, and minutes, and I don't even know where I was going with this, but
And that's okay.
I'm just excited and I hope that they're creative with these twists. I'm seeing so many clocks
Yeah,
talking about all these twists.
I literally, the funniest thing is, for some reason, my whole life I've loved clocks, specifically ones with Roman numerals on them. So when I saw that the house came out, I was talking about it with my mom. My whole family watches the show. They're like, "Oh, you love clocks?" I said, "Yes, yes, I do." And so I was excited to look at this house. It's funny though, looking at this entryway with all these like older looking clocks met with the neon sign. It's like it's interesting. It's a look, but I guess that's kind of the time element of like, oh, future and bright, and then past and whatnot. But you're hit in the face with the theme, and the house guests are gonna walk in and they're gonna see that, and they're gonna be like, "Ooh, what does that mean?" And we're just gonna hear that
Yes.
repeated on the premiere night. And I, as long as they play into it, and they're not going to, but I
I
hope
mean,
that
I
they do.
like it though. I like the past and future dichotomy type theme. I mean, like, I'm a big Pokemon fan, and the last Pokemon game was the same exact theme. So, and I mean, hey, it was meant to be, I guess. It's past and future time for Big Brother now. Um, but I mean, I like the dinosaur skull. That's my final thought.
Slay. Um, I just hope that they commit to it. If they do something, like instead of just remembering the theme towards the end of the season, I feel like exactly like you said, like, oh, people
Well, they always
will
do that.
leave and come back. As long as they don't do it like Zombie Week from
Oh,
BB25, where that just pause the game for a whole week. Sure, I like the uncertainty of people coming back in, but I don't like the boringness of that.
it
Also,
really drags out the
really didn't
pace.
I didn't like I'm not a fan of those zombie players at all, so please let it be good. um but already, and I guess I'll mention this more too as we go on, this entryway is very much giving last season, and there's like just with the half desk, like right in the front, I
Yeah.
feel like there's a bunch of elements from last year that were like, whoa, this is a really exciting upgrade that they just kind of reused. That isn't bad, but it's just like
Uninspired.
uninspired.
I guess
Yeah, a
that's a
little
good
bit.
word.
But that doesn't mean it's bad, but I
No.
think there's more as we get into the house anyway. Because I am excited about this next room, as we get into the living
The-
room of eras, which, fun fact, they also did not officially release images of this room. So shout out to Sharon Tharp. I snatched these photos from her Instagram. This living room is described with 17-foot Gothic windows glow against oxblood stone walls, blending classic and industrial design alongside relics from across history, from a Triceratops skull to royal crown jewels, a reminder that anything from any era could shape the game. Which is interesting. Oh, oh, I ruined
oh.
everything real briefly. Wait, what if I just, eh,
Yeah, just
eh,
like
ooh,
yeah,
yeah,
uh-huh. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
technology. Um, what are your thoughts?
Well, first of all, the picture on the left is from the kitchen, no?
That is true. That's true. That's like the hall and then into the kitchen.
Okay, so let's talk about the living room first of all.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, dinosaur skull, that's me.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally me, if you were wondering.
If you even care, this is
Uh,
quite literally Chris.
it's literally me. I'm watching over the couch. I l- really like the circular couch. I like how spacious it is. Um, one, two, three. I'm counting
Yeah.
the seats real quick. One, two, three. Or the cushions, I guess. One, two, three, four. I think so. Okay. Well, I mean, I wasn't expecting all the cushions to line up with the people because I mean they're kind of squished on there,
Mm-hmm.
but it is significantly larger than normal, and I think it looks cool. I like the circularness, and obviously it's because time and clocks and such. Why is there two coffee tables? Are there two? I
Yeah.
not
They're.
really understanding that. Maybe it's all. Maybe wait a second. Maybe it's supposed to like look like a clock. Now I want to see like a top-down view of this
Mm-hmm. Which
because
I.
it might be no continue.
No,
It
I
might
was.
just be trying to mimic the look of a clock.
I
That's all I was
am
gonna say.
bummed. I am bummed looking at this that like up here it's completely closed off. Only in recent years have they really connected the balcony, the second floor with downstairs. And last year in the lounge space, it seemed like there was a lot of room upstairs where you could shout down to people or you could like look at them. The funny thing is I kept comparing it to the School of Communication at Montclair because like we have this big news lab where it's just all glass and you just stare at people and I'm like, I would be fine in Big Brother. I'm used to being watched from every angle for no reason. But this balcony is kind of a bummer. Like I think we'll see some of like the lounge space in other photos, but it feels closed. But the ceilings are stupid high,
Yeah,
and you can see that with these windows. I love how much blue is utilized in here because that is my favorite color, and it brings me joy.
so you're
Another
the couch.
thing to tag yourself. You are the dinosaur, and
I'm the
I'm the
dinosaur,
couch.
and you're the couch.
Two very different artifacts upon this room. But important to note, yes, there is not a cushion per one booty yet. There
Yes,
are three cushions on that darker couch where those nominated would normally be.
yes. I was thinking about the darker couch.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it looks. I mean, fingers crossed. I'm not gonna. I don't want to say it in case
Mm-hmm.
they're listening.
Mm-hmm.
But if you know, you know. And I would really hope that we can get what we're thinking about back this season. I'm just gonna say it. I want Blockbuster so bad.
Mm-hmm.
They did it 2 seasons. Last season, there wasn't a gap. Yeah, because they
Yeah.
did it for 2 seasons in a row. Am I
Mm-hmm.
am I crazy? Yeah,
Yes, it debuted as the AI Arena in
that was AI
26.
Arena,
Yeah,
and
and
then it was
last season
Blockbuster.
became the Blockbuster. So you are hoping this returns.
We need it.
Yes.
It is the best addition to the game since sliced bread.
Ooh. And maybe they'll have the invention of sliced bread in this season. We'll travel back in
Perhaps.
time and they'll fight for sliced bread or the BB Blockbuster. Looking at this, I would assume that it's coming back. Obviously, they haven't said anything. There's also a lot of room there. I'm kind of confused on how many people are going to be entering the house. I will
Yeah.
yap more upon that when we get to the kitchen. If the blockbuster comes back, which I am also very much in favor for, because it adds another level of
Exactly.
insanity to this show. I do hope that they just listen to the feedback. That the only thing that I think went wrong was keeping it for as long as they did last season.
Yeah, they could
There,
have shaved like a week or maybe two
I think
for
maybe
sure.
even just to the jury phase. Maybe that's not enough. I believe they only wanted it to last a few weeks when they debuted it in 26. And then they're like, wait, people like this. And then they did more. Let's find a little middle ground. That would be
Yeah.
glorious. Uh, but all we know right now is it looks like there's enough seats for the blockbuster to be going on. And it looks like there's almost too many
Please.
seats. But the fact that it's not centered, I'm very confused.
Yeah.
But
It's very
that's just how it works. I do like the circular couch. I think it's fun.
it looks very large, but also the asymmetricality can probably I don't know why it makes me feel a little weary about like I mean obviously people aren't sitting on the couches like in a manner in which they like it matters. But like how many people are we gonna have crunched up on that third couch or that the three cushion single couch?
Hmm.
And like is that going to oust people's like because we've never had a different couch, right? Am I remembering wrong?
Are you?
Like it's always just been just like a straight and then three,
I
right?
think I think I'm confused on what. Are you talking about this?
Like it's not, it's a completely different couch.
Uh huh.
And like people aren't necessarily going to be like overanalyzing the way that people sit in these couches, but like because it's a completely different couch and like you're subconsciously choosing where to sit on this couch based on who you're friends with,
Mm-hmm.
is that going like just because of how separated that one is? Like, I don't know, maybe I'm reading too much into this, but if I was sitting with my friends on a couch and I chose the small couch and everyone else was sitting on the big couch looking directly at me,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be thinking that these guys are working together.
So strategically picking
Strategically choosing where
your
you're sitting
placement
on
on
the
the.
couch
I see.
is a subconscious choice that you make in the Big Brother house, and
Mm-hmm.
changing the couch makes it easier to spot people's alliances early on in the game.
So note if you want to sit with your
I'm gonna
alliance,
keep I'm
separate.
going down this is a rabbit hole that I'm going to deceased on. I don't know if I can say But I'm also gonna keep an eye on it
Okay.
as the season progresses. Well, I
Hmm.
mean, I guess only for like a week or two, because then by then you already know who's working together. But
Yeah.
the
I'm just
first couple
thinking of,
weeks, though,
uh-huh.
I'm gonna be paying attention.
So if Chris were in this house, you'd be paying attention to the where
Where people are
everyone's
sitting
going
on
on
the
those couches.
couch.
I'm just
Yep.
thinking about the first night when they all like introduce each other, and like there's just gonna be two losers on these ottomans that are completely kicked from the couch, and they're like, I guess I'll sit here, and that'll be it. But yeah, I like the layout. I like circular couch, pretty slay. And we'll see if we're reading too far into the couches or not. But
I'm
perhaps a blockbuster is in our
It's not
future.
happening. The couch theory is real.
The couch speaks
Believe.
volumes.
Are we talking about? Are we gonna talk about
Um,
in this kitchen? I guess that is that the best view that we have.
so I have some other kitchen photos, but we could talk about
I want to talk
this.
about that.
So what if you're
What the
not
heck
looking?
is that?
If you're just listening to us, we're looking at the memory wall. And so the memory wall has seen
It looks
many
so.
different forms over the years, but its main purpose is to display photos of all the house guests that were on the season. As the season progresses, as people are eliminated, their photo dramatically changes from color to black and white. And on the live episode, everyone gazes upon it as they're so sad or so happy that the person left the house. And so it used to be it was a board in the house, and they were printed photos. And then in the last, I don't even know how many years, they've many
Well,
they they switched to screen a
they
while ago.
was it like a flat screen like that is though? Because I'm thinking of like they still had the board, but it was like a screen. There was a screen like in the middle where they
Mm-hmm.
would show things.
It's seen a bunch of
Now I want
forms,
to, yeah.
because I know
But like
in
it's just a flat screen now.
yeah, they at least had multiple screens in the past. I remember like they used them vertically, and it was like I nominate, and then there'd be graphics on it and whatever, which I have no doubt that there will be graphics specific to the season. Last year it was kind of underwhelming too, but I think it was, at least on the screen, it displayed like there were all different types of frames and kind of like old timey frames, and they were displayed on there. I bet there's a lot more that they could do with the memory wall being a screen, but we are just looking at one big flat screen.
I'm looking to see if the last year, if I just Google it, BB 20
27
memory.
memory.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
last
wasn't a
year
big flat screen.
it was at least two screens. This is still
It was like,
underwhelming.
so it was two
This was
screens
this was
vertical. This is a horizontal
I can't move
screen.
it. This was BB 17, I believe.
Yes. Yes.
Which is also a screen,
Goat season,
but
by the way.
exactly.
Best season ever.
But there's at least keys in the middle because they still did keys.
Yeah.
If you're newer to Big Brother, you don't know what I'm talking about, which is crazy
I
because
don't even know about the keys.
people who've been watching the show for a long time would look at me and say you're not a long time viewer, right? And even still, there used to be physical keys, and there was a circular like block that house guests would pull the keys out of to find out who was not nominated for the week, and the HOH stood there in front of everyone while they moved the
And
keys
they had the
around,
dramatic montage before they were picking the keys
and then
in the HOH room.
and they covered it, and there were bags, and it was so secretive. And then there were also times when like you think that someone's getting nominated and they're the big target of the house, so they put their name last, so they sweat a little bit, and it's glorious. and there were physical keys. And just like everything else in this world, we are losing physical media. And now
Ah!
we have streaming services and we have flat screen TV memory walls, and I am upset about
Why
this.
is it horizontal?
And at least at the very least BB17 or prior, I can't remember off the top of my head, we did have screens in the memory wall where we displayed the images of the
Yes.
house guests, but there were still physical key slots. And now we are straying so far from the past, ironically, on a season that wants to explore the past, and we are here with a flat
Well,
screen.
the memory wall is futuristic. The memory wall swings to the future
And
instead
yet
of the
it
past.
and yet we will be looking at past members of the house. So which is it?
Which is it, big
I am
brother?
upset.
It's both.
I don't want both.
I don't want both. I want a old memory wall back too. I don't like that it's horizontal. And I'm very curious what they're going to do with a flat screen TV memory wall because I mean like they could only display vertical videos if they were going to show videos cuz I mean sometimes they'll do that when they're doing like for a competition that you have to like remember things on. I guess that means they can do more, but it's not even that wide of a screen or tall of a screen, I guess.
I'm so sad.
It's just the same
Sad.
vertical one flipped horizontally. So,
I I know there's a lot more that they could do with this. If they want to play videos like you said, like sometimes they have to memorize things from a video for a competition, if they have to look at clips, I'm hoping that there's a more interactive thing than just hello, we got this big screen because we can. Because there was something so unique about the old memory wall, even from the last 10 years, to still have the slots and whatnot. I think at least it's unique to have a little bit in comparison to have the two vertical screens. And that's just like unusual. Now it just looks like a TV, and the memory wall has lost its whimsy, and I have lost my patience, and I would like it back. I want the
Hmm.
keys. I want to put the key right through the middle of this screen and just bring it back. And I don't think I realized how passionate I was about this until we started having this conversation,
no, me
because it's
neither.
so underwhelming.
It just looks weird. It looks very out of place. Anyways, bathroom time.
Except I kind of want to talk about what is happening here. It's just like a little cone.
The island,
The just the seat,
the
just
seat.
the little
Yeah, why? That
stool.
looks very
It does
uncomfortable.
not look comfortable at all.
The chairs in the on the dining room table look very comfy.
Yes, and that will be in
Those
another
ones.
image. I'll probably rant about this one later. So now, yes, we move into, because what is that? We move into the clockwork
Bathroom.
bathroom, described as this. Gears and intricate mechanical details surround house guests, while subatomic inspired lighting fixtures create a visually stunning, otherworldly atmosphere. Now, I'm gonna have to be very careful with my words here. What is this?
What is that? What is that?
Why does it appear as if
Why
there
does it?
are a stain
It
upon the
looks like there's
ground?
another one too. Look slightly in out of frame. Right there. Yeah.
It looks
It
like
looks
this
like there's an
bathroom's been used before anyone
there's
entered the house.
uh what is the sanitized word for
Exactly.
I can't say that word. There
Keanu
is
was let back in the house.
uh,
So
well,
that's a
I
little
guess
unfortunate, and I
we'll
can't look
see
at
if they
anything
have
but
more.
that.
Yeah. I mean it just kind of looks standard bathroom. For some reason we still have the ottoman or the day bed, I guess, in the bathroom, but not ottoman, the day bed.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, subatomic. This is a future bathroom. Are we gonna have subatomic lighting fixtures in the future?
Um, I guess only time will
I
tell.
guess we'll find out.
I think
Um,
it's funny looking at the description too, because like you said, it's just this is a bathroom. It's just a
this
bathroom,
is supposed to be a bathroom.
and
Don't look
that's
like any bathroom I've ever seen, but I feel like
um.
it just consistently. Now I want to look. What did it look like in season 25? Because has this daybed always been there?
I feel like not
It's
always.
gotten
It's more prominent now, I
it's
think.
gotten way more prominent.
Hmm.
So in season 25, it was like there was like a ledge. It's so strange. Why are we like now I want to look at 24. 24. Oh, the ledge. It's like a ledge that you can sit on. Unless this isn't as long, it
It
might
doesn't
not
know
be
what I'm
as
looking for.
long. It looks so much wider. Maybe I mean compared to the 24.
Wait, what was it? There was one that I can't remember. It's an inside video. There was one, this one, that I had no idea that apparently in BB-18 the floor was sand. And why did
What?
they?
I never noticed that.
Someone brought it up that BB-18 bathroom had sand on the floor, and look, Julie Chen barefoot in the bathroom. Who thought that was a good idea? I don't know, and I don't think this stuck. I don't think it could have. Interesting choice, but I did remember that same season though. It was just kind of like these chairs. Like, of course, there's seating in the bathroom. People are gonna hang out there, but I think it's really been in the last couple of seasons that it's been really like the place to hang out for people, which I think is
It's
funny because when I lived on campus at school, for some reason, my roommates and I would naturally just end up talking near the bathroom for no
I'm pretty
reason.
sure we talked about this last season.
Yes, like this just happens, so they may as well make space for it.
I don't know. I never understood the hype, man. I never got why we were like, this is like where I'm doing my business, bro.
Hmm.
Let me go into the living. There's a storage room. The freaking storage room is right next to them, which we'll get
Yep.
to it.
Which we
Is there
shall.
there's a picture.
There will be, but first we get to hear.
Interesting bathroom. Oh, hello, bunk beds.
First we get. First we get to futuristic sleep pods room. So, for perspective, I suppose this is like the second bedroom. If you know, you know. Futuristic sleep pods room, a sleek retreat with pod beds, organic ladders, and nebula visuals offer calm, futuristic escape from the chaos of the game. I don't know if I would have described this as calm or escape from the game, but this is okay.
Yeah, I don't think I would enjoy staying in here,
No. But
especially with those teal walls.
mhm.
That would drive me insane.
I I feel though, honestly, and we'll get to the other room too. I kind of like this room a little more because it's like if you are on the top bunk, that's like the most privacy you could get of like any bed here, while also needing to pass by people so that you're not like isolated, but you kind of have a second. Also, just want to acknowledge the fact that we have bunk beds back, which is very exciting. Like last
Was
year, it
it not
was
there last year?
last season was the first time in a long time that they brought them back, and we had it was like a pink room, and
Yeah.
we had all those fun moments of like Ava up there
When
pretending
Ava
she was
got
sleeping.
all the tea. Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm glad that they brought it back from last year. Like they knew, like, oh, people enjoyed this. Let's have it back. Are you glad
They
they're
just gonna
back? What do
have
you
it
think?
26?
No, they didn't have it in 26. I
What
think
was
this
20?
room was the one that was kind of like unicorn like, and they all were like facing each other in the center for some
Oh,
reason.
that's what that room
I think
was? I thought it
so.
was the
But
flower
also,
room.
yeah.
Yes?
I
I
also
think
can't
so.
remember how long the have not room has been where it is now. Which obviously we have no insight into because that's going to
Yeah.
be a big reveal.
It's what happens in the show,
Yeah. Um, I don't mind the walls too much. I am not a big
Eh,
fan of whatever these chairs are. You can never see me sit down and get up within 5 or 50 minutes. I'm stuck on that chair. I'm gone.
yeah. No, I
You'd
could
have,
fall asleep. They look
yeah.
very comfy.
They look comfortable to
Uh,
like really be on, but if you're just like trying to sit down and like put on a shoe, that looks terrible. I'm gonna be
yeah. Well,
sinking into that.
maybe you could. I guess like the idea like is that you just pop a squat on like the front section, like
I
that's
suppose.
you know what I mean. Like how it like plateaus for a little bit. Not even really at all, to be honest. It's still kind of curved, but hey,
It's interesting.
it's interesting. It's futuristic.
It's
Maybe
calm.
that's how. Maybe we'll have shoe putting on robots in the future who don't need to sit on flat chairs.
This is a look to the future. We will have technology and robots who could put on shoes in these.
There we go.
But the most important thing to me, I really hope that we do have another funny moment of someone not knowing someone's there or that they're not asleep. The cameras in these pods would make me very uncomfortable more than the teal walls because there's nothing like a reminder that you're being recorded 24/7 than that camera right in front of you.
Yeah, it's not even hidden. I mean, we were talking about the same thing too, because you can
Yeah.
see them super easily last year too.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it worked last year and luckily it worked and they kept it. Yeah, that's
Hopefully,
what I
people
think.
will be more observant of people
Perchance.
in people in the residence quarters while they're strategizing.
Only time will tell. Be up there like, knock knock. Are you
Yeah,
awake?
you got to check each one individually because someone's gonna be hiding up there next.
It's like the same thing that whenever my friends and I go out to like Applebee's near school or in my hometown, it's like, oh, I gotta tell you the story. Just gotta see who's here before I start talking. And then we do this the same thing. Me comparing futuristic sleep pods to Applebee's. That's why you're listening to the Diary Room. So, and we move
Exactly.
on to okay. There are no official images
Stupid bedroom.
of the stupid bedroom. So I have these lovely screenshots from Rob Has a Podcast. Shout out to them. The people that keep me most up to date with what the heck is going on in this house. We go to the artifact bedroom. Housing 5 houseguests, this artifact-filled room features 2 mysterious doorways, one to the past and one to the future. I love that this is labeled future. I didn't notice
And I'm sure the other one's gonna be past.
past. So now we're in like what I would refer to as like the first bedroom. I did this to my mom. I'm like, you know when you walk in the house? Like, yes, of course I know when I walk into the Big Brother house.
Yeah.
But needless to say, you'll understand what I mean. And you basically just go right. And there's the first room. This is that
Yeah.
first room. So now we're in that artifact room, and I have very similar complaints to my complaints from last season. It is a bummer that you cannot get to the further room without walking straight through the middle of this one. Because they moved the door last season to the opposite side of the room that it typically was, and it feels super invasive. But that's also the point of the game. I
Yeah.
suppose. I would hate to be in this room. So I already don't like the layout.
I like the idea of it, but I also, yeah, I mean, I completely agree with the layout is certainly flawed. It's a cool like thematically,
Mm-hmm.
especially if like that side of the house with the future gateway is future and like everything on the past. Like I can see it. I like what we're going for.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we need to see more past rooms because it seems like we're just looking at straight future rooms. But also, isn't the bathroom on that side that's supposed to be the past way, right? Because if
Well,
that's like further in, then like the bathroom is on the left side.
well, I think the artifact room is the past room, and then the other bedroom's the future room. And it's just like a one bedroom and then
It's
the other, and the bathroom's on the other side.
hmm, we'll have to see.
Because we
I
also
mean, I'm
don't
not
know
entirely sure. Oh, we don't know what.
what the have not room looks like.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
true.
I feel like it's probably going to be an obnoxious version of both. Maybe like it'll be
Maybe
like
it's the present.
yeah, that's the worst option, honestly.
That would be funny.
It'll be a reflection of legit reality, and that is the worst possible
That's the worst
option.
possible option, obviously.
It'll be just a door to the lot. You're like, go out there, be free. No, please, anything but that.
Oh.
No. And you eat slop.
Uh,
Well, we'll find out soon enough. I think it'll be something dumb like unpaved road floor and then like a neon signs everywhere. Something evil. But yeah, we don't have like a really great look at this bedroom because there were just like no official photos of it. But it seems again like you kind of have to climb on like between people's beds to get to your bed. We had some interesting moments like last season that was kind of the holding place
oh yeah, with
for
that weird
with the bed that was kind of like
bedroom
underneath. At least this is not as
stacked on top
obnoxious
of each other.
looking. Like it looks like you literally had to climb on top of someone's head to get to your bed. At least there's like a little bit of space over here, but it's still kind of strange. But that's Big Brother, so you can't.
Yeah.
Whereas at least in the room with the pods, you do get your own designated space. Is that better or worse? You're maybe more social out here, but at least with the pods, you have a minute to yourself and you have to walk through everyone. I don't know. The main thing that we could see is this weird sign. This sign that
Hello,
just
weird sign.
simply displays the different eras just in
What is the
words.
summer of love? I feel like I heard about that in history class now that I'm thinking about it a little heavily, have more heavily.
Like that being like a
Is that
historical
not like a historical thing? Yeah.
me looking up summer of love. Of
Yes, I
love.
knew it. It was in the San
Oh.
Francisco. It was the hippie movement. Yes.
So now we know. But even still, I think
Now
this is
I'm,
kind of funny. It's
yeah.
like, but I also love then, it's like, oh, historically, then, if the 60s or a specific year in the 60s was known as the Summer of Love, you also get Y2K, that was the 2000s, and then you just get the 1980s. Just
Literally.
the 1980s.
Why specifically these time periods too? Like,
And it's all past but one.
well, like,
Because,
and also like Wild West. Like, is that like the 40s? Is that supposed to be like Western expansion? Is that even, do I even have, no, I'm stupid. That's not the 40s. It would be like, when did we colonize the West?
oh no.
I hated US1. I'm sorry.
No, this is
That
okay.
was my least favorite history class. And I don't remember when we expanded westward, but I assume that's what it's referring to. And then we jump all the way back to the Jurassic era.
It's just like I am very curious to see what any of these mean in
Yeah.
relation to the game, and I don't have high hopes that we're ever gonna get to the bottom of that. Because
Yeah, they probably just put them there for flavor text.
and there was like a I think last season there was a phone in this room, and we're like, oh, they're gonna make a phone call to let someone in the house, or there's gonna be something significant. There was nothing. It was nothing. So I think this we're not gonna get any. The most closure we could get on something like this is like name all things on the board in the artifacts bedroom or whatever. Like list them in order, or which one of these options is not in that room. Um, I don't know. And the rest is like there's like things on the shelves, there's knickknacks that represent things that I'm sure everyone's gonna have to study what's on what shelf. So this is just a very strange edition. But it's a lot of blue and a lot of yellow again, just like the living room. So we're a little bit cohesive there. And so this room's kind of silly to me, and maybe that's why we didn't get a solid photo of it. They
We
wanted
will
to
see
keep it
more.
secret. We will see more, and of course, on the other side, at least we're assuming on the opposite side is the have-not room, which we won't know about until we get some have-nots and we get some house guests in this house. We move to another room. We go upstairs. The only real peek that we have into the upstairs is the lounge, described as vintage tech lines the shelves. Massive arched windows overlooking the living room make it a prime vantage point for eavesdropping, while the custom built sofa is perfectly suited for both strategizing and showmancing. Okay, so this is what I was kind of talking about before, where I like that you could look into the living room. I feel like I hope this is not glass. I hope you could actually I just liked I
It's
want a
probably
shouting I
glass.
want a shouting match. I want someone upstairs, I want someone downstairs, I want someone to storm away and they end up in two different sides of the house and then no, I do not want glass. Get it away from me. um that's my big thought about this room. I just want yelling.
This room always was like it's very interesting to me because like well down there. So hold on, that's
Holding.
the living room through that window.
I think
I
this
thought that was
is
the kitchen. It should be the
so
kitchen, right?
so this I believe is like if you walk up the stairs, when you
Yeah,
walk up the stairs and you
yeah. In
go
the Big Brother
right
house when you walk up the stairs.
and you go right and I think it's when you look all the way down, as in the HOH room is to the left.
Yeah,
And I think this is a newer space because you may be thinking of like when you go up the stairs and you make a right and another right and then you're looking right at the HOH
into
room.
the kitchen.
Yeah. I think this is the one all the way down the hall. Yeah, when
Oh,
which I remember last year this space was very green and there was a lot of couch and this is where they played like checkers or like you see like
yeah.
it's there again. And I don't remember if they even utilize or no, the other space that we're thinking of had couches there. That's where they have the fish.
Hmm.
But I don't
Oh
think
no,
we've
I'm talking about where I'm thinking. I thought this. I just thought this was overlooking. This specific room was overlooking the kitchen.
because this doesn't even look like the living room where maybe it's just the angle because they do have these windows in the living room.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think that there's probably a different space that overlooks the kitchen that we just haven't seen yet. And this is that newer space that was green last year.
Hmm. I
What's
guess we'll
even?
see.
They just have
Just
like random
old appliances deck.
old
What's that
things.
like
What is?
electrical? What is that supposed to? What is that there for?
What are
A
we doing?
pylon? Why is there a pylon in the Big Brother house?
Oh, and there's like blueprints on the. It's just like what in inventions
See,
in
but like
general. I'm glad they did the
this is
ceiling.
if this is supposed to be the past, like why is it focused on technology? You know?
Was there no technology in the past?
Yeah, well, the technology in the future is much more advanced and futuristic. And you could focus on
What the heck is that?
the pyramids or the dinosaurs in the past.
What are we what is this pattern?
It looks like a tree.
Kind of tree, and then
A
there's
little bit,
like
a little bit of tree.
such an interesting
Interesting looking
space.
carpet.
I do like that they finished the ceiling. That's such a minor detail, but I feel like they usually keep the ceilings like black and it screams I'm in a parking lot.
Yeah.
And this is like a studio. So,
It
cool.
looks like a very comfy chair.
See another chair though, I would never get out of there. It'd be like, Emily, please stop sleeping. I'd be like, no, I fear I
You
must
did
sleep.
this to me.
You gave me this lounge
You gave me
space,
this lavish, comfy
this
chair.
custom built sofa. Um, Slay.
Slay.
Now we go to the kitchen.
Kitchen.
Okay.
See, I'm okay. So it is looking over the kitchen because that's the window and the wall.
But this says it's overlooking the living room.
But that's
I know.
I don't know. I guess I was see like you know what I mean. But like you can see it though, right?
This
Like
doesn't match up to what I thought the living room looked like
yeah.
unless there's just the brick and
Maybe it's a mistake. I don't know.
because
Yeah.
this
But
is
like
here,
but it gets cut
but this
off.
one looks cut off. Like those.
It gets cut off like in the kitchen.
I'm upset. No,
I'm
because
upset.
I'm so mad. Yeah, because this doesn't look like it matches up with what that is. I guess we'll see. Because yeah, that looks.
It would be
Unless it's massive
so this
and it
is like
overlooks, it's just centered.
it's here. This is the window and this is the room.
Uh huh.
What the fart, man?
But nonetheless, we move back to the kitchen
Those
where
uncomfy chairs.
these awful looking chairs that like they
Awful
don't.
looking table. How are you gonna eat on that table?
And it okay.
The gear cogs, like my elbows are gonna
How are you gonna? They have.
I'm gonna be
I
clanking my elbows.
I am no chef. I actually am a woman who does not belong in the kitchen. However, where do you? I feel like you have no space to do anything in this kitchen. You're
Yeah,
gonna have
that
to.
space between the stovetop and the table looks very narrow.
There's like no room to function, and then you've got like 15 or more roommates. How are you gonna live here? And then this looks so uncomfortable to eat on,
That-
to use. Also, what's up with like these marbled, these marbled like
they're futuristic.
this is so out of place. This is not even cohesive. The
That
future is not
massive
cohesive.
pear.
Haven't you heard? In the future, we get massive pears. Not your silly little pears of the past. We are moved to the
No.
future. That's so funny. I didn't even notice
It's the
that
biggest pear
before.
I've ever seen, bro. Like, oh, biggest pair I'll ever see.
Oh my gosh. Well, in the future, they'll become normal.
Yeah.
And you'll also have these weird looking tables. But this looks uncomfortable. And the seats, what? Who's fitting on that?
Who's fitting?
Respectfully, this is not fitting on that. And this is not fitting through there. So, I don't know. Whatever. Whatever. I also
Maybe this,
have. Mhm.
maybe it's bigger than it looks.
I doubt
The space between that I'm speaking about
this
in
space. I
particular.
maybe that just may
It
be the
could be.
angle.
Those chairs, though, you can
Those
see 100%.
like it's not an inviting space to hang out in, which is frustrating because that space is supposed to be like that. Those are the types
Yeah.
of seats you should have in the bathroom. You don't want people hanging out in the bathroom. Um, but my
Gives more.
the thing that I also acknowledge is that like the stairs are here. We got these long stairs that go upstairs. Yes, they
Yeah.
that's what they'll
The
do.
stairs go upstairs.
I only bring it up because I was a fan of the spiral staircase. I think that was
Yeah.
fun. I hate that this covers up half the door to going outside,
We're still doing that, by the
but
way.
it also gives a platform for someone like Angela to give a speech. So be it. I'm not that mad about it. Just acknowledging it. And then this is so the short people can get to the storage above the the fridge. Um, but yeah, this center is very strange. We do have this angle too, which this looks nuts up here. I don't know what I'm even looking at to describe to our listeners. It's like there's another screen. It looks that has to be a screen, right? Look at all those lines.
Yeah, for
That
sure.
and I don't even know how to describe this shape. It's like a freaky screen tube looking thing on the ceiling that looks like it has a ton of like vents on it. I don't know, and
Maybe they're speakers.
maybe there's speakers, and I'm hoping because there's a screen, it doesn't just display this like shape. Like it looks like there's like a swirl on it. Like maybe we'll do something weird with it. There'll be hints of some
Hey.
kind. Who knows?
Can we talk about this table, please?
I would love to talk about this table. The table that.
Why? Oh, wait. Well, actually, no, that's pretty cool. I was
Mhm.
gonna say, like, what? How are you supposed to eat if you're sitting on like one of the two areas where the other clocks are? But then I realized there's a ring around it, so that's actually kind of lit.
It literally is because there's an LED
Oh,
in this thing. Yeah, I mean, because there's room here, like on.
yeah. That's very much enough room.
There'll be room, but I'm very curious about it because it looks
It looks
like
kind of crammed.
it. So we're looking at this big circular table, right? And there inside the circular table is like this giant disc that looks kind of clock-like, or more like it doesn't have numbers, so it's like a timer looking thing, or no, there's no numbers. I'm describing to the visuals. But then within this big clock circle thing are two smaller ones. I also know there was a video that Julie was in kind of describing some things in the house, and she said, "You know a lazy Susan? Well, she's not lazy." And I'm like, "Well, what do you mean? Are you telling me that this table is an important part of the plot?" I think at least the big thing turns and the smaller
What if
things
they
turn.
both turn?
I feel like
Yeah.
they probably do. Now, I can't get very hopeful. But in the past, when if what is a perfect ingredient for keys, but a table element that
That
spins.
spins.
But the problem is we have flat screen memory wall,
Now we have no keys.
and this would be perfect for keys. So unless the keys go elsewhere, I don't know. But I want keys back. and bring them back. And so I don't know. This thing will rotate. It's whatever. I also am really sure that there's only 15 chairs. One,
Check it.
2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Which means I have two theories. Nope, I got three theories.
Three theories.
My first theory, somebody's going home night one. They're gone. They don't even have time to set. Theory
Maybe
two,
that's
nope, we're still on one. Continue.
or no. Well, I mean, I guess we've done it before. It's possible.
And that doesn't mean I've liked it.
Yeah.
I actually am really disappointed when that happens because imagine applying for your favorite show and then getting on the show and then you get out night one because it's almost always because of some silly competition that you lose and you don't fit in with other people and the wrong person wins and then you're out never to be seen
And
again.
half the time, it's not even because they don't even fit in. It's mostly just because of some arbitrary reason that makes no difference who it is.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously, like, nobody wants to send anybody home. And it's just because they need to find some silly reason for them to justify it.
Exactly. So
Not a
that's
real eviction.
theory
Anyways,
theory
theory
one.
two.
Theory two is there are additional seats at that island that maybe they're just going to make some people go sit out on that island. How many seats were there? At least 4, maybe 5. We get to this later. That's some speculation. But there are theories that there shall be returning players this season.
Also, another thing.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like the spaces between the chairs are a little bit wider in different areas.
Mm-hmm. Potential.
Maybe it's not all of them. I guess that's a shot in the dark.
Well, there's my
And maybe
theory.
it's just the camera angle.
Well, maybe
So,
it's also because of the space of the arms.
yeah. Well, yeah,
Um,
I mean like that one that you just indicated, but like I was more looking at the one to the left of it or to the right of it that you just the no, back in the other side of the table. That to the right.
mm-hmm.
Well, the right of the chair. No, like the other right. One more. That one.
Yay!
Hey. I don't know. I'm just trying to use like my camera angle brain to like justify an extra space being made up
mm-hmm.
out of all of the negative space that exists between all of the chairs combined. Because that one looks like larger, but I don't know. Maybe. But like, why would they not put all of them in the photo to begin with?
So that was my third theory. Oops, we miscounted. Now, as ridiculous as this show may be, and they miss the mark sometimes, and we have complaints, I also think that they are with it enough to not mistake the amount of chairs that they need.
Especially
So,
the one that goes in the press release.
exactly. So, other thing I could think of is maybe there's 15 house guests to begin with. There is a secret 16th that comes in, afterwards they let in Suri, afterwards they let in Rachel. Maybe instead of having a 17th house guest, they have a special 16th and they just don't want there to be an empty chair when they start whatever. Because we also know, like, live feeds start later too. Maybe there'll be a reveal and we can't know the first night that there's someone and blah blah blah. The only other thing I could think of is if you make people sit on the island, if there's 15 house guests and there's like 5 returning players. Now that sounds nuts. I think there's too many people in the house at that point, like physically.
Yeah.
In my mind, I don't disagree with the rumors about people returning. I think there will be returning players. I wonder if it's going to be a coach situation. I don't know. But that's kind of my initial thought about this is they would not mistakenly only put 15 chairs. Press
Yeah.
release, house tour, they have all these people in, they're doing official photos. Why are there only 15 chairs? I feel like a crazy, like, 21 Pilots fan right now. And I'm loving that my Twitter is like all Big Brother and all 21 Pilots because it's just the same group of crazy people that read far too deep into things and then they turn out to be correct things to look into. So why are there 15 chairs? I don't know. And they're very snug right now. Unless they're not on the other side. Because you're like these look like they're very close together, but then there does look like there's room there.
Yeah. I doubt that they're like not gonna have their ducks in a row for the press release, and I'm sure that there's got to be something going on here.
Yeah.
I trust in CBS's ability to be competent.
Or maybe they'll have to eat in another room and their faces will be up here. I'm up here, I'm eating, I'm in the other room. Something
The
like that. The
have-nots
have-nots have to
can't
eat
stay at
through
the
street.
table.
They gotta sit at the kids' table down the hall. They gotta sit on this annoying cone instead. But I think we've exhausted the
Yeah.
kitchen. And then we move to
Storage room.
this storage room. I just labeled it downstairs room. There's no description of this room. At least I don't think any of these. There's like bonus descriptions, but I this will be the storage room. For some reason it's labeled prototypes. Um I can't tell what that is.
Looks like a cat.
It does. At first I thought it was like a rock on symbol, like with the hands.
Yeah.
Thought it was this. But it does look like a cat.
Dang.
Um
Cat-shaped light. Why is there a siren above?
what's up with I feel like that's just a natural like that's just part of the safety feature. Like I don't even think that's part of the
Maybe.
decoration, but it's like
It goes
so
with it.
loud up there. So we are in the storage space. This is that hallway between the kitchen and the bathroom.
Mhm.
Right. And so we are looking at there's lockers for some reason.
Old locker.
Old lockers. That I'm assuming they could access. They look pretty empty. Um and then there's like random stool. I really loved last year this was the wine room. It was really pretty. I'm sure they'll refer to this as like hot tub room.
Barrel chair.
Because I think in one of the videos they're like referred to it as hot tub, but they can't call it the hot tub time machine because of copyright. So it's like jacuzzi or whatever you want to call it. Um,
Is
this
hot
is
tub copyrighted?
a hot tub time machine.
Really?
I would assume. Well, they could probably like in the house if they refer to it as just the hot tub. I'm sure like that's fine.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of
Interesting.
what this resembles. Very interesting carpet and then tile. I don't know what's going on down there. And then every year we talk about this and suddenly I'm an interior decorator or whatever. It's like, okay, Emily. But this is interesting. I don't. Uh, it's an interesting space.
Yeah.
And then we just kind of have this here, like it's a museum almost. I don't
I mean, this
know,
is the prototype room.
but there's like
So,
one,
well,
like
yeah.
maybe where
It's
the
like,
photographer's standing, there's something behind them that we're missing.
yeah, that's true.
But I don't know. What do you think about the room in general?
I mean, I guess I don't hate it.
It's a great start.
Maybe The lockers are certainly a choice.
Uh-huh.
If they're functional, that would be kind of cool. Except like, what are we putting in them to begin with anyway?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I've always been the barrel chair.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I mean it's a hot tub. It just looks like a barrel,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna call it the barrel chair for all of eternity. Um, I never understood why it just drops off like that. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's just flat and then like why
This?
does it just go straight down? Why can't we
I don't
get like like a slope
know.
or
You
like
shan't slope.
I
Is
don't
it
know. I don't hate it.
supposed to
Um
look like pool like?
yeah, it just feels very busy. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
I genuinely, have you ever seen that picture of like, well, the point is that you can't make out anything that's like in it specifically.
Mm-hmm.
It looks
Yeah.
like that.
That's
That's what this
hilarious.
room is reminding me of.
You can't identify any of the
Like
objects in this room.
nothing in this room makes sense and I don't know how to feel about it.
But then there's like this.
Yeah, like
What
why
is
is that
this?
there? Why are there lockers? Why is the chair a hot tub? Why is it labeled prototypes? If there's one prototype in there, maybe
Do
what
tell.
if the all of the things are all prototyped versions of the things in the room? So like the chair is like an old prototype of a hot tub and those are old lockers before like people, but like how do you prototype
Mm-hmm.
the idea of a locker? It's just a locker. Like I mean I guess they're older looking lockers.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that might be what they're going for,
I mean,
but like why lockers?
maybe if there's like a different version of a locker elsewhere. Because again, we there's a lot of rooms that we haven't
That
seen.
is true. We maybe the things there's well we know there's a hot tub.
Yeah.
Well, maybe there's a keytar somewhere.
Right? Like
Somewhere in the house there's a keytar. I mean, there's like those little the chair might be like prototype chair of like in the last room. Those
is
weird chairs.
this another
See,
chair?
there's more stuff we can't see.
Because I
I'm sorry.
tried to
Okay.
look in the reflection, but I really can't see much of
Yeah, you
what's
can't
there.
see much. The more I look, the more I develop my idea on what the heck this room is.
Uh-huh.
I'm starting to get with it. If and massive if this all ties in some way to other areas of the house, or like maybe it has some historical background to it that they did research on or whatever, then sure. But for now, it is that one picture of things that I can't understand.
This is giving AI generate a room for me.
Yeah,
Which I
there
was
you go.
forgiving with in BB26 because that was the whole
That was
shtick.
the whole shit.
Um, Either way, I'd probably end up hanging out in this room, but we'll see. Maybe there's something on the other side, and you know people are going to be hanging out in there. So there are some other spaces that we have little descriptions for, but we don't have photos of, including there's a description of nostalgic trophies. A 1940s jukebox and an 80s transparent phone highlights a surreal mix of decades, celebrating nostalgia as past, present, and future collide in the BB house. So I think the jukebox was kind of like near the entryway. It was in the video. And I guess the 1980s is represented in phone and that clear sign in that first bedroom. There's also the Relic Lab hallway, which it says the iconic time laser returns. So that was the one that sent us into. Oh, wasn't it like the multiverse?
Yeah.
Oh, The thing that sent us into BB25. Iconic time laser returns alongside quirky failed inventions,
The
including
iconic
a
time.
pogo stick, keytar, and more, all displayed as relics of past experiments. So I guess this is just part of the hallway, that downstairs room. So I think there's some stuff like outside of the kitchen and like near the stairs. I think that's where the time laser was. But it's also in a box, like a clear box. So I don't think they're meant to
Yeah.
engage with it. But they could also like go outside for a competition and come back in and suddenly the box is gone. They gotta touch the iconic time laser
Iconic time laser.
that's only introduced like 3 years ago. And people were like, why? There's also a description for the time lapse gym. Walls wrapped in time lapse photography create the illusion of motion and progression, energizing house guests as they work out and reset. I'm going to assume that's upstairs again. And it's another one of those spaces where people hang out and talk in a lot more than initially anticipated. So I guess we'll see that soon again. We only saw the lounge upstairs. That was really the only upstairs thing we got.
Yeah.
And there's also the clock tower feature. Tying the entire house together, a dramatic clock tower crowns the space, a symbolic reminder that in this game, time is always ticking, but never predictable. I love it. This show is so cheesy. I love it so bad. um, I am excited to see in the episode. It'll be really quick, like B-roll footage of spaces at the house, but I'm excited to see a little bit more of these things that they describe at the end. There's some rooms, obviously we haven't unlocked the HOH room, which is by design. We're not going to see that
We
until
will
we
not
have
see that.
an HOH. We won't see the have-not room until we have have-nots, and I guess they're keeping the gym from us. Did they keep that from us last year? I can't even remember. Like,
Maybe?
I think they
Oh,
showed it.
yes.
Mhm.
Because we were talking about that. I
Like, where
remember
is it?
yeah, we were trying to figure out where
Where it was in the
it
house?
was taking forever.
Because
Yeah.
also they surprised the house guests with how to get to like that further room. Was it like the train car room? But it was just the one with the bunk beds. That will just be room two to me, the further one. But they moved where the doors were, and we were
Mhm.
like, "Where's the door?" So I guess they were like, "Oh well, now they know the layout of the house. We may as well give them some mystery as to what the room looks like." Um, I suppose that's it that we have right
Yeah,
now. I
that's the
am
house.
overall your thoughts?
Considering my jive with the theme, I'm enjoying the theme as a whole, and I think that there are a bunch of interesting avenues to be explored. I mean, obviously, they always knock the theme out, and as long as we have a good base to go off of, I'm confident that CBS can do something interesting. Um, but I mean, strictly just from like an architecture perspective, obviously there are some areas that I think are a little strange, but
Uh,
I mean, it's kind of what happens when you blend past and future. I mean, it gets weird. So I guess maybe that's what they were going for. And it's easy. It's hard to be perfect in that when you're trying to do that. So I think they did good with what they were trying to portray. Um, that being said, I'm that kitchen is probably a massive downgrade.
yeah.
There are a lot of things we were nitpicking about the kitchen, and I don't know, maybe the house guests will think the same and will be vindicated, but
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a handful of things that don't seem practical like
yeah.
this. So I'll be curious to see if there's like any comments about it, people bumping into things or whatever. Um, I agree with you where it's like obviously I think with Big Brother there's a lot of question marks that you just have to give into, and that has to do with the design of the house and the layout of the show, and when people put up their number one allies on the block and you just kind of have to be like, there we go again, and just like there does not have to be a reason for everything, I suppose. Um, Overall, I do like the house. I feel like there was just something spectacular about last season where everyone was just kind of like, oh my god, this is amazing. And there were overall really positive reviews. And I think maybe it's just because a lot of the layout's the same that I feel like this didn't live up to my expectation from last season, like just initial reaction. But maybe that's just because they found what worked and they stuck with it. And we're gonna get so used to this house in a second anyway that something silly like the keytar and the random blue chair in that hallway room, it's just like, yeah, that's just the keytar. We'll just get used to it. Yeah. Um, and I am excited and looking forward to finding out what the rest of the rooms look like. I'm glad that they didn't give it all to us at once, because we have a lot left to stay on our toes for.
Yeah.
And then
Exciting.
we get right into just that. What else do they have
What
in store for
else
us?
is coming?
So, we just did a look through the BB28 house, the first sneak peek. And like we said, there's some other rooms that we haven't seen, and there's some other things that we don't know. Now, we don't know what we don't know, naturally,
Of course.
but there's been some speculation for a while about potentially what is going on. Now, some of that also includes, of course, the time theme that we've been talking about. How will time be incorporated? Like usual, I think we're going to see a lot of it in the premiere, and then like week 8, and then like the finale. Like they're
Yeah.
like, I hope that they don't forget about the theme, like they sometimes do. But there's also, I mean, do you have more on that? You think like the time theme, if there's things that you are hoping
I
for,
mean,
things you don't want?
obviously, I wouldn't want some kind of put the game on hold type twist. It just slows down the pace, especially if it's at a crucial moment in the season where like some whether it be someone's targeted and they're trying to get somebody out, and this kind of gives them some kind of get out of jail free card or buys them time, whatever it be. In terms of things I want to see, I guess it would be cool to, hmm, I don't know how to word this. Would it be possible to like jump forward in time?
Hmm.
Like, how would you simulate a forward jump in the Big Brother house through twists?
Hmm.
I guess, I mean, it would probably have to be like a sped up, but like, what if they completely like they randomize, like a randomized week just goes by and like, so, I don't know, make it something with a forward jump in time that doesn't require luck as for like as the main thing. I mean, obviously not most twists, but there are a lot of luck based twists.
Hmm.
So, I mean, it's not off the table, but I guess a forward jump in time would be interesting.
Hmm.
We've been back
Yeah.
before, but
Yeah, but not forward.
not forward.
I mean, the thing I could think of, but it's not like a fully thought out thought, is like if maybe they just introduce like jury early, or maybe like they do jury like a week early, but then the second person they go back in time and they're not a juror, and it's like, I don't know, like a question mark of who actually is in jury or how many
Hmm.
people are there. Because a forward jump is more complex, but I would like to see them take that on.
Yeah, I don't know how I can't think of how you would go about it, but I
Mm,
feel like it's worth trying if you can find a way.
yeah.
Obviously, I'm not producer. I'm just spitballing. But
My
if we're
job is
doing
not
past
produce. My job is
and
spitball.
future,
Mm-hmm.
and 90% of this house is future, futurefy the game.
Mm-hmm. Commit to the bit.
Commit to the bit, but
Hopefully.
also stay in the present and give us blockbuster.
Yes. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
my biggest hope and dream.
We'll
Even
also have to see
though,
what that space looks like. Because in BB26, when they debuted it, the room looked, I think it was pretty different every time. And then last season, it was just the same as the Unlock studio, which maybe they'll just end up keeping it the same. But hopefully that studio looks different too, and that will be revealed to us. Um, I mean, we kind of talked about it before. I also hope that they do. I feel like I always go back and forth on like a battle back kind of thing, where if it's someone that I really like, I'm glad that they would have the chance to come back in. And if it's people that I dislike, I'm like, no, they lost. They lost. Like recently, I was watching a video on YouTube about season 25, and that was the season when Jag won. And
Jack.
Jag was eliminated early on in the game, and he really wasn't doing so well. He got, I believe, evicted unanimously, and then he had a battle back, and then he ended up winning the game. And I feel like you could either look at it as, oh, he left and he failed and he came back stronger than before and he figured out what to do, and then you have a winner. Or you could look at it as, well, that's not a real winner because he lost. So I kind of go back and forth on that concept too. I just think as long as it's not a zombie beak, where there's basically no purpose to anybody doing any kind of gameplay. I'm also not a huge fan of like a Dire Fest situation where you have like half outside and half inside, but that's kind of a way of going forward. Oh, let's speed run this week. You have two people leaving. Um, but it also was very dramatic, and I think it was the drama of it because that was when Joseph left. I love Joseph. I was devastated. It made good TV, but then also you have Janky World where everyone was outside the entire time, and it did not make for good TV because nobody wanted to
Yeah.
talk. So I do think that we have something amongst all those thoughts that we had. I think something of the sort is in our future. People coming back, resetting weeks, resetting competitions, something of the sort.
Something of the sort.
And hopefully
Jeez.
we like them. And at the very
Yeah,
least, hopefully they're entertaining. Moving on to another huge question mark. Who is going to
big
be in
question.
this house? So, again, we've got 15 chairs. What's up with that? And there is speculation that honestly has been going on since the end of season 27 that we are going to have returning players in the house. Plural. Last season, of course, we had Rachel Riley re-enter the house for the first time since season 13,
13.
where she was on 2 seasons back to back. She won 13. She's back in 27. And
Almost won another one.
almost won. I
Somehow
literally,
managed to convince everyone in the game that she was good.
I
Well,
slay.
that in and of itself is a good move, so I can't really say
Absolutely.
anything about
But, and it's always interesting to see how it works out for a singular returning player to the game. But there's speculation that we're looking towards a bunch of returning players. How many? I don't know. Is this true? I don't know.
No,
Um,
don't know.
the one big rumor that I have been seeing going around, and some people say they could confirm it. Do I believe it? I don't know. That there will be a Survivor player in the Big Brother house this season.
Why is that?
Why is it speculated, or why would we do that?
Why is it speculated?
I think Sharon Tharp said that. I don't know why I said her name like that, but she's a great podcaster. She was one of the people that we
Yeah,
looked at her
she had
video
the
and she was in the
yeah.
house, and she often has some information. There's also Hamster Watch, who is a great like insider knowledge person that I'm pretty sure said that they've also heard something similar.
Hmm.
And a lot of the alumni have been posting like crazy, like
Yeah.
making jokes about people are in sequester and whatnot, and joking about going to Greece because that was the thing last year. Like Rachel's like, "Oh, I'm gonna be off my phone. I'm gonna be in Greece," and that's like code. So I don't know who's playing with us, who isn't, if anyone's going in. I don't know if the Survivor thing is true or not. It wouldn't be the first time because we did have Sari Fields in
Three.
25.
Yeah.
But she was also a big part of the plot. Like everyone came back in and it was like, "Ooh, it's Sari," and then obviously her son was in the house too, so that was a big thing. Will they even acknowledge there's a Survivor player? Or will it be like having the sibling of a past player where people figure it out? I don't know. Um, are you a Survivor person?
I watched 2 seasons
Mm-hmm.
and also had an ex-friend who was a fan and I think we watched a season. I don't even remember. It was a past season.
Mm-hmm.
We watched like a good chunk of a past season. So I've watched Survivor,
Yeah.
so there's a chance that I might recognize them. That's if they like don't give any attention. But I mean, people will
Mm,
find that out regardless, unless it's a twist,
yeah.
and it's some kind of surprise. But I'm not very well versed
Mm,
in Survivor.
yeah.
Are you are though, right?
Not really. My
Not really.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, my mom watches it, so I'm like, "Mom, I'm hoping it's at least someone
okay.
you know and that you're rooting for."
Yeah.
But for some reason I never really got into it. And so, however, I Big Brother is like my go-to show. I don't really watch too
Hmm.
much in general and not as much reality TV. And I think it's honestly because Big Brother is so
It's so time
unique
consuming.
and so time consuming that I'm like, okay, this is the one. However, having a lot of Big Brother players, an entirely Big Brother cast on the past season of Amazing Race, got me to watch Amazing Race. So I wonder if, maybe they're trying to lean into a little more crossover in that way, have, bring some of the Survivor players over to Big Brother. Because truthfully, if they did the opposite, I would be sad. Like, we all know that if they had Big Brother people on the island. Um,
That sounds way more interesting though. Like,
yeah. But I hope at least if they have a survivor person, maybe their enemy is also in the house or something like silly like that, where the survivor people will be in the know and then we'll kind of catch up. Because again, I didn't know Suri, but then I loved her in that season and it was cool having her. Did not like her son, but that doesn't matter because where is he? Anyway, um, and then so for returning players, I honestly hope that there's a handful because there's a handful of people that I haven't seen in a minute that I would really like back. I want to see how they
wait a
would
minute.
interact.
I just had
Waiting.
a theory.
I would love to hear your theory.
I just came up with a theory. Well, okay. There's 15 people, so this might be like, but it only makes sense. We're doing past and future.
Mm-hmm.
We, why? would we not do half old, half new?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why can't we have 16 players? Why can't we do eight and eight, eight
Mm-hmm.
past, eight future? And obviously, but it also like the past people will probably not be like lame and like group up together because they're like they know that each of them had played the game before. I'm sure that
Mm-hmm.
there would also be some kind of production intervention and be like, yeah, you guys should like try and get yourself out there with new groups of people. Obviously, they can't not work with past people, but like
Yeah.
everyone's gonna form their groups and everything. But
Mm-hmm.
like, it would be. I feel like it could be interesting to do like a past and a future, like half and half. Or maybe it's uneven because there's only a few past people. Because
Mm-hmm.
having a few past people could also make sense. Because then they'd be outnumbered by new people. But it would still have like the feel of like half and half. Except it's not mathematically half and half.
Mm-hmm. I think that with an element like the time trip theme, it would really be a shame to not explore the past by actually going to past players of the game. And I honestly, I hope that if they do that, it's not all recent players, like maybe a couple from recent seasons. I hope that they could dive deep. Of course, there are people from really early seasons that probably want nothing to do with the show anymore, but I'm sure there are people who would love to answer a phone call. I would, I think half and half could be interesting. I definitely, I think if they were doing an all-star season, they would tell us. I think we would know. It would be All Stars 3 because it's hard though because the last All Stars that we were around for was just during COVID and it was kind of the process was sped up because of the pandemic. But then people are like, oh, because season 22 was just kind of put together, we're owed like a real authentic All Star season. I think they would have said something. That's why I thought maybe this could be kind of similar to a coach's situation. They've done like mentors before, and maybe there's five mentors on the island, and they each get three people from the table of 15 or something like that. And then naturally, halfway through, they'll end up in the game. But that's an absurd amount of people. However, they also could do a house split. Someone could go home night one. There's so many ways they can make up for that. And then also end game. Shout out to the end game from last season. I really liked how they like sped all that up. Maybe they would do
Yeah.
something like that up. We don't know when the finale is. Though 25 was like the longest season ever, and it was just that was too much. So I think the finale was in like November or
Yeah.
something like that. Um, I do hope that we have returning players.
We will.
And I do think that this time last year, I would have said the opposite. And maybe that has something to do with Rachel coming back because it was exciting. And I think they
Yeah.
can make it exciting for people who maybe haven't watched the show in a minute. Maybe they've only watched the early seasons or
I
kind
think
of the middle ones.
I feel like having old players is exciting for new people because
Mm,
they've never seen them play, especially if people who like genuinely have only seen like last season and they really enjoyed it or the season before that. And I mean, obviously, in my opinion, that was the best season we've had since I don't even remember. I guess 17.
mm-hmm,
But like it definitely has some kind of merit. I feel like having past players is nice. Maybe not a whole, I mean, I would like to see a whole all star season, but even new people who haven't seen it, you can still get stuff out of an all star season because old people want to see old people return and new people want to see new people or old people who they haven't seen play the game. So
mm-hmm,
I can see the appeal from both sides.
mm-hmm. I'd like to see a little best of both worlds.
Absolutely.
And then I also hope that if there are returning players and maybe there's a couple people that are missing that people would like, maybe they're keeping them in their back pocket for an All-Star season. I would love an All-Stars one in a few years from now. I think like this season, let's keep riding this roller coaster of like this new era with the blockbuster and all that, which is also another cool thing to see past players that have never interacted with the blockbuster. There's completely new circumstances once you have them in there. So I'd be very curious if there'd be anyone from like early seasons. I also would be curious to see some characters that like left a little too soon. How would they interact with their second shot at it? And as far as people coming back, though, I almost don't know if I want to make a list of people. Like, I don't know if I want to get my hopes up about like a specific season that I want people coming back from, or specific people, because then maybe I'll be disappointed. What I do know though is that part of the videos that have been going around, there was like a barbecue that included Vince and Morgan. T.
E.
Also Chelsea, and also Paul. Which to
I miss
me
you.
reads that none of these people are back in the house. And if you know me, you know I'm very happy one of them is not returning. And if you know me, you know I'm very sad that I just want more Paul on my screen. And I know so many people disagree with me, and I don't care. I
I
want
don't
more
care.
Paul.
He
I adore
whatever.
them. Whatever. People just hate to see alternative people win or get second place, I
Yeah, or
guess.
twice.
um, so my thought is that none of those people will be back in the house. I really am a fan of Morgan, but
It's too early.
I think it's too early. Some people are thinking maybe Keanu, but he's been on Twitch
He's too
recently.
early. That too. It's way too early for anyone
Honestly,
from last season to come back, to be honest.
I think if it was an All Stars, that's too early to call them All Stars, but even still, at least it would all be returning.
Give him at least one season.
Some people are speculating slash hoping that we have an Angela or a Tucker return from 26. I love
You
both
know
of
who I want
them.
to see come back?
Who do you want to see come back?
Cliff.
Cliff!
I
Oh,
don't
I
know
do love
why.
Cliff.
I miss him.
I did love Cliff.
I would love to see Cliff Hogg come back.
Get some personalities in here. Get
Yeah.
some fun people in there.
Some James.
Well,
He deserves to
James
come back.
was James already back?
The No.
Hmm.
Right? Did he?
If we're thinking of the same James,
The
perchance.
the 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 I mean, he wasn't like a cowboy. He was
Jim's big brother. We need an
Oh, he
Emily.
is from Texas. Um he wasn't Beast Mode Cowboy,
No, that
was
was
he?
Caleb.
Oh, he was on two
I
seasons.
think he was back too, but it
He
was
was
like half
back
and
to
half
back
return.
seasons.
Yeah,
He
so
was 17 and 18. I forgot he
they've
was on
done
18.
that. They've done that before. So
Yeah.
I like kind of don't trust that we're not going to see anyone
It's
from
not
last season.
there could definitely someone
But
who uh
I don't really know if there's anyone I really want to see from last. I
mm,
did like Keanu. I did like
well,
him. I would
but
like to see
he
him down the line.
yeah,
Watch another
they're gonna
season.
like immediately laser focus on getting him out because he's just so good. That's the
Mm-hmm.
problem. Like you have to get someone who can fit in with the cast and not stand out.
Mm-hmm.
And Keanu just stands out, unfortunately. He's just gonna get out week 2 if he doesn't win every
Mm-hmm.
competition.
Um, season 26. The only name in my household that I'm like, again, I'm trying not to get my hopes up about anyone in particular. I'm thinking about my gone too soon king. I want Cedric back. I want to see him. I want to see him
I
try
want
again.
Cedric or what's his face? What the
Right
heck
on.
was his name?
Can you
Why
get?
am I
Can you give
blanking?
me a little something?
Why am I blanking on his name, man? What?
I'd love to see some Quinjamin. I don't think we're
Why
gonna
can't
have
I
Quinn
not
this season.
remember his name?
Joseph?
Um,
Uh,
where is he? There it is. Here we go. Tucker.
oh, well, I
Tucker would be
mentioned
an
Tucker.
interesting. What?
that uh, that's like one of the big names that people are speculating.
Oh, you mentioned Tucker
Yeah,
already. Okay.
that's okay.
Okay.
I think he'd be big personality.
Just missed me.
They would also
Yeah.
want to get rid of him, but could they?
Yeah, but he doesn't win as much. He was good at winning,
Hmm.
but like I don't know. I feel it feels like a different situation than Keanu.
I would be curious to see how he would try again. You know, where he was very much he won competitions, and then his downfall was when he didn't. And of course, then you got to work a little on the social aspect of it. I would be curious to see what he would do.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of the same thing with Keanu, but I think I'd want a little more time.
Yeah.
And then all the seasons in between are such a blur. Like I'd have to like start mapping out like old people
Yeah.
from past seasons to be like, who would I want to come back? And there's also a lot of people that I don't believe would say yes.
Yeah.
Like someone brought up Vanessa. And like I haven't, season 17, I didn't remember the strategy as much, but I remember her being a really great player, a standout like person in the game, and then being so shocked when she got third, but also knowing that was such a good decision on Steve's part. Like that's the only way to win. It's been so long since she's really been in the sphere of players. Would she even say yes if they call someone like her? I don't know.
Maybe. Who knows? We have broken the 2 hour mark.
Absolutely.
Absolutely smashed it.
That's
The
okay.
yap knows no bounds.
And that's why I'm not going to pull out the cast from the last
Yeah,
27
we could
seasons.
keep going for another hour and just talking about the last 26 seasons we want to
Yeah.
see.
But
But yeah, no,
instead,
I agree on the Vanessa point though. I mean, she's my favorite player, so I mean,
mhm.
I can't. Well, I don't know. I guess Keanu might have her beat just because I have to rewatch 17,
Yeah.
but who knows if she would. But
Maybe
yeah,
maybe we'll ponder
we'll
outside of
ponder.
this. But we've been yapping for so much time because there's so much unknown and it's very exciting. And I'm very excited that summer's about to officially begin. And if it's this hot in my house right
It
now,
won't be.
it may as well be summer.
No.
It may as well be official. And hopefully, just like my AC will hopefully come back this season, we shall be so back. And it shall be glorious. And I am really happy that we have all the information that we have about the season. We got a little bit layout of the house, but it's also very exciting that there's so much unknown, so much to still unpack, and so much expected to be unexpected. But what you can expect is the Diary Room WMSC this summer. This has been our first of many episodes. We'll be doing commentary on BB28 all summer long, and our normal time will be Sundays 3 to 5 p.m. But if there's ever a change in normal schedule, we'll always keep you updated. If you feel so inclined, we do have some social media at thediaryroom.wmsc. We're very updated on our Insta. And this season, we're going to be doing a bunch of interactive things, including our audience draft coming up within the next week or so. Also, just posting fun little questionnaires and anything that comes up, and some spoilers with a little spoiler tag in the front. Don't worry, I don't
Definitely
want to
don't
freak
forget that
anyone
spoiler
out.
tag.
It's really fun when I'll mention to Chris when I find out night of who HOH is. He's like, "Do not tell
And
me."
I haven't watched the episode yet. I'm stuck
um,
at work.
and so
Don't tell me.
so this is a fun blend of both casual viewing and being a crazy live feeder. If you want to meet us right in the middle, this is where you belong. Thank you so much for tuning in to the first episode of the Diary Room WMSC covering BB28, third season in a row, baby. I have been your host, Emol, joined by my lovely co-host.
Hello, just Chris signing off. And we have been the Diary Room. Thank you so much for coming and listening. We'll be on the airwaves, just like we said, Sundays 3 to 5. And just like that, we vanished. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.